What's up, people? Got another clip for you just to explain the first tier of the talents in Mr. Pandaria Beta. I'll make a bunch more like this for each tier, just basically explaining the abilities, what they do, what I think's good about them, and their issues, and then my overall pick for that tier. So first up, we've got Void Tendrils, which is an AoE ability, and it's 8 yards range, and roots everyone with these little tentacle thingies in that 8-yard radius. It's meant to be that you can't get out of it unless they're killed, but right now they're friendly when you use them to the person you use them on, so I'm not sure if party members will have to kill them or what. It seems like a pretty good tool for surviving against cleave. A couple of things to note though is that it does share cooldown with fear right now, and you can't AoE them down. The second ability we've got is a thing called psyfiend, and what that does is it places basically a shadow fiend on the floor, but it doesn't move, and he stands there for 10 seconds casting fear on anyone in a 20-yard radius. So you literally just stand there and spam fear on anyone that it can. Right now it doesn't seem to have like any kind of priority system, so here you can see it fed the pet first and then the warlock, which is slightly less than ideal, and it can also spam cast fear on the same person, so a little bit of tweaking with the AI needed there. The main issue with it is that it does actually put a 45-second cooldown on your fear, so using that would be pretty situational, I think. Last one is an old favourite. It's mind control, except it's made a reappearance as dominate mind, and it's had a couple of things changed about it. It's now a 1.5 second cast base, but it has a 30-second cooldown, which I think is a really good change. Before it was really situational when you could actually use it due to the high cast time, and it wasn't really spammable anyway, so making this change just makes it more usable in general. And unlike the other two abilities in this tier, it doesn't actually put a cooldown on fear. Overall, I think that Dominate Mind significantly outweighs the other two abilities in this tier. First of all, like, it not sharing cooldown with fear alone makes it better. Secondly, it's just another CC. It's a 1.5 second cast. It's easily doable. You can bring people to you to fear to line up a second CC. The issues with the roots are that firstly that it shares the cooldown with fear, but secondly that you have to be in melee range to use it as well. So, I mean, if you're going to be in melee range, then why not just use fear rather than a root? It doesn't seem that much better. I mean, okay, maybe against melee, if they're training you, it'll be better, but that's very situational, and you'd pick that against that sort of setup maybe. But for like general ladder play, I'd always take Dominate Mind. It opens up so many more options for you and your team. Psyfiend just seems completely pointless. Right now, it just seems like a ranged fear, which isn't completely reliable. And it's like, if you're gonna try and get a ranged fear, you know, without leaving your pillar, then like, why not just get a mind control off if you can, and then bring them to you for a fear? It doesn't seem ever worth it putting a 45-second cooldown on your fear, and I think it pigeonholes you a lot with an unreliable form of CC, which you just don't need.